So I'm so proud of that project, except for one part. It's one part of that that make me feel like, man, that's the lamest shit I ever did in my fucking life.
This can't be real, bro.
Bro, ain't no way. Ain't no way I'm reading this right here. Ain't no way I'm reading this right here. J. Cole apologizes to Kendrick Lamar.
I'm so disappointed, bro. J. Cole apologized to Kendrick, and it's actually disturbing to me how many like D-Rider fans are like defending the apology and not even realizing what's going on. I ain't gonna lie, like they got gaslit by J. Cole.
From here on out, J. Cole has eliminated himself. I don't want to hear him in no hip-hop conversations. He is talented. He will probably be in the best rappers of all time, the top 20 list. But from here on out, fuck a big three.
This can't be real. This is AI, my guy.
Like, what are you doing, man?
I like J. Cole as much as the next person, bro. I love Might Delete Later, bro. I can't even listen to the songs the same anymore. Bro. There was like jabs throughout each song or throughout the whole album. And I for sure can't listen to 7 Minute Drill at all.
Apparently, J. Cole is apologizing for his diss track.
J. Cole, if this is true, oh my God.
I thought it was so hard he was popping his shit off. He said what he had to say. It was diss records. Like, what? Why, bro? Why?
Let that go ride his bicycles. Y'all, you know I'm mad at? It's the fans. This never wanted to be the best. Y'all try to convince him that he had the talent to be the best. He was riding tricycles in Tribeca. He was being the 12th man in Ghana playing basketball. I didn't even know he was playing basketball in Ghana. Y'all convinced us when he been told you he had no passion for this shit. He ain't got no passion for this shit. You convinced this light-skinned with no passion to come back and rap like he the best, but he not about it.
Oh man, it's crazy that it's already been like over a year since the whole apology with J. Cole and him kind of backing out of the beef. I kind of just wanted to make another quick little video kind of just going over the whole situation with J. Cole. I didn't get to cover it, you know what I'm saying? I was off the internet for a little while, but it was pretty much just a disappointment, bro. It was pretty much just it was a disappointing thing for me, bro. It was like, because J. Cole, he's always been one of my favorite rappers, and to think that, you know, him, Kendrick, and Drake were all gonna be part of this huge battle, it was gonna be like literally everything I ever wanted to see in hip-hop. We'll never be able to know what that was gonna be like, and I think that's the most disappointing part. At least for me, it is, because it was like that would have been the greatest battle of all time, and it, like, either way, it still was the greatest battle of all time. I mean, the Kendrick Drake, that was a whole nother thing. But he pretty much just, bro, he edged us, bro. Like, that's really what it is. He edged us, and we're not going to be able to know what would have happened if all three of them just went at it. But when he apologized, it was kind of just like, damn, bro, like, just me as a fan, that would have been everything for me, bro. And in hindsight, it's like, I'm not really mad that he didn't want to be part of the beef because he thought it was going to get crazy. But it's like, why would you send shots in the first place, you feel me? Because if that's how you feel and you really don't, like, feel a way about it, it's like, bro, you can't be almost 40 and, like, let people gas you up into doing shit that you don't want to do. You know, that's crazy. And I'm not trying to, like, hate on J. Cole or anything like that, bro. J. Cole is still one of my favorite rappers of all time. But it's like, I look at you a little differently now because, you know, you talk about how, like, you'll kill anybody in a battle. You'll do, you know, you're one of the greatest ever. Like, you're the Grim Reaper of this shit. And it's like, when the time came to kill shit, you didn't perform. And I've seen a lot of people on Twitter talking about, you know, he's out of the big three conversations. Like, he's not a GOAT, you know, this and that and whatever. It's tough for me, bro. It's really tough because we all know that he can rap with anybody, bro. And that's why him backing out was so disappointing, because we know what he can do. I had a whole conversation about this with Chiz, bro. Shout out to him. But when we were talking about it, we were kind of comparing him and Kendrick, and it was a whole thing. It's like, I can't even put J. Cole near the Kendrick conversation anymore, to be honest, if I'm just keeping it 100 with you. But just for the fact that, you know, Kendrick did what he did, and it's like, I don't want to make this a Kendrick video because this is about J. Cole. So I'm saying all of this to say that, like, we all know the fall off is about to come out. We're all waiting on the fall off. And this is just my opinion, right? I feel like we're about to get some of the greatest rapping, some of the greatest skills we ever seen out of J. Cole, bro. I really feel like this is gonna be one of his best albums ever. And I'm saying that because I really think J. Cole knows that there's people that kind of feel the same way, and it's like, you know, he kind of let us all down in a way, and it kind of just gives him something to prove, you know. It gives him that chip on his shoulder. Now, if the album is anything like Port Antonio, where he's kind of like trying to rewrite and, you know, flip the script, and it's like it might get a little shaky. But hey, with all that being said, Port Antonio was still a crazy song in terms of him just rapping and him showcasing his ability. That was a crazy record, bro. Like it really is a tough record. Like you can't lie. You know, the only thing that was kind of weird about it was him like, oh, I walked away with all their blood on me, and, you know, Drake, I'm still your friend. And it's like, first off, there was no blood spilled when you backed out. It was you were the first one to even drop anything. You took it back because you didn't know how Kendrick was gonna come back at you, and I feel like you kind of didn't want that smoke. So don't go around trying to flip it and be like, nah, man, it wasn't in my spirit. You know, it wasn't this, it wasn't that. It was like, nah, it was more about, you know, you dropped the record, people were hating on it, you didn't like the response, and I feel like you kind of backtracked. That's just how I'm looking at it from the outside in. I hope he really doesn't take that route. I hope you know, it would kind of be a disappointment if he did, but I still feel like he's gonna go crazy on this next album, bro. Like I really feel like there's no doubt about it. And two, I really hope that there's no like Drake glaze or anything like that, like trying to get back into his good graces, because it's like, bro, you did what you did, bro. Drake don't fuck with you anymore. It's like, it's cool. You don't need to please anybody, bro. Like, you did what you did, and just, you know, just stand on it. You know, it's cool. But I might just leave it off right here. You know, let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you think we're gonna see out of J. Cole in his next album to fall off? And if you made it this far, make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and yeah, bro. See y'all in the next one.
However long it take, I'ma take my time. It's gonna show really which. Heard a lot of shots before I got to take mine.